হ্যালো গাইস, আজকে আমরা চালু করে ফেলছি গানুসিন ইম্প্যাক্টে ফন্টেনের আর্কন কোয়েস্ট। তো চলো গাইস, ঢুকে পড়ি আমাদের ওয়ার্ল্ডে উইদাউট এনি ডিলে। লেটস বিগিন। তো গাইস, আমরা ঢুকে পড়েছি আমাদের ওয়ার্ল্ডে। আর একবার দেখে নেবো মেল ফেল কি এসছে, নোটিসেস কিছু এসছে। ইভেন্ট আউটসাইড দ্য লেন্স, সরি আউটসাইড দ্য ক্যানভাস ইনসাইড দ্য লেন্স। খুব ভালো কথা। এটা কবে থেকে চালু হচ্ছে? 29 থেকে, যেখানে এ জাস্টিস ফাস্টিস কিছু দেবে। You must equip Asagiri's dedicated Fontaine camera. ঠিক আছে গাইস, নো প্রবলেম। আমাদের ডেইলি চেক ইন রিওয়ার্ডে চলে এসছে, যেটা হচ্ছে অ্যালমন্ড টোফু। এবার আমরা চলে যাব আমাদের ম্যাপে। এখানে কি কিছু একটা দিচ্ছিল। দেখো, ডক্টর লিভিংস্টোনকে মারো গুলি। ডক্টর লিভিংস্টোন ইজ নট লিভিং এনিমোর। একবার জাস্ট মনস্টারে গিয়ে দেখে নেবো আমাদের রেপুটেশন কত লেভেলের আছে। একটা জিনিস খালি আমার কিউরিয়াসিটি হচ্ছে, এটা কি ভাঙা যায়? না গাইজ, এটাকে ভাঙা যাবে না। কোনো ব্যাপার নয়, চলো আমরা চলে যাবো হার্থার কাছে। ট্রান্সফার অফ সাপ্লাই নিয়ে আমার যায় আসে না। চলো আমরা দেখে নেবো আমাদের রেপুটেশন লেভেল কত। তো কারেন্টলি গাইজ আমরা এখন 7-এ রোল করছি, আর আমাদের লেভেল 8 হতে অনেকটাই বাকি আছে। আমাদের 120 হয়েছে এবং আমাদের বাকি 400 ডিআরপি, মানে রেপুটেশন পয়েন্টস। এইটার জন্য গাইজ আমরা যেটা করতে পারি সেটা হচ্ছে উইকলি কোয়েস্ট যেগুলো দেয় সেগুলো করতে পারি, আর পারি হচ্ছে বাউন্টি করা। তো গাইজ বাউন্টির উপরেও ফোকাস করব, কিন্তু আজকে নয় গাইজ। আজকে আমরা এক্ষুনি চলে যাব সোলোইস্ট প্রোলগ মিশনটায়, যেটা হচ্ছে আমাদের প্রিলুড অফ ব্ল্যাঞ্চার অ্যান্ড নয়েরকিওর। তো নয়কিও বলে আই বিলিভ এটা প্রোনাউন্সিয়েশন হবে। সো সোলোইস্ট প্রোলগ, চলো গাইজ আমরা চলে যাব। ক্যারাভ্যান রিভার থেকে আমাদেরকে নিয়ে যাবে ফন্টেনে, কারণ এটা গাইজ ফন্টেনের জিনিস, মানে ফন্টেনের আর্কন কোয়েস্ট আমরা চালু করছি আজকের দিনে।
Hello, Caravan Rebat. Now let Paimon think. Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahida's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
তো ঠিকই ধরেছো পাইমন,
So
তোমার
much time has
মেমোরি
already
খুব ভালো।
passed since then. Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahida won't have any more new problems to deal with. Yeah, guess you're right, come to think of it. Maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
হ্যাঁ পাইমন, এটাও তুমি ঠিক কথা বলেছো, একদম ভুল বলনি।
Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out. Anyway, for Nahida's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
তাহলে গাইস, নেক্সট স্টপ ফন্টেন, লেটস কন্টিনিউ।
Look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two
Dia
still
এখানে
love
কোথা থেকে
wandering
চলে
around.
এসেছে কেউ জানে না।
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
আমরা কিছু না কিছু নিয়ে কথা বলতেই থাকি তো সেটা নিয়ে তোমার ভেবে দরকার নেই টিয়া নর্মালি এগুলো সিক্রেট কনভারসেশন যেটা তোমার না জানলেও চলবে
Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it. Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you
আমি
to?
কিন্তু
What
চলে
do you
যাব
say?
ইয়েতে
Thanks, but no need.
কন্টেনে
Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle. So, when are you leaving?
নাও তো সেটাই গাইজ আমরা এন্টার করব নাও
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida? Oh,
এসে
good
আমাদের
point.
ড্রিম থেকে
Then
জানতে
there's no
পেরেই
need to
গেছে
bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
টেক কেয়ার রিয়া বাই
Goodbye, Dia. Bye bye, Sumeru.
তো গাইস আমাদেরকে নিজে নিজে এরা ডেজার্ট পুরোটাই পার করিয়ে দিয়েছে রোমেরিটাইন হারবার হচ্ছে নিচে যেটাতে আমরা উড়ে উড়ে চলে যেতে পারি কিন্তু যাব না আমরা চলে যাব টেলিপোর্ট করে কারণ আমরা জানি হাউ টু টেলিপোর্ট গাইস লিফট ধরে আমরা চলে যাব নিচে ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে এখান থেকে কি আমরা উড়ে গিয়ে নামতে পারবো হাই ভাই লিফটের নাতি আরে শালা লিফট ইজ অলওয়েজ রানিং গাইস লিফটের উপর কেন জানি না ভরসা রাখাই যায় না একবার জাস্ট দেখে নেবো গাইস আমাদের ডেন্ড্রোকিউলাস সরি হাইড্রোকিউলাস এখন থেকে তো হাইড্রোকিউলাস হয়ে গেল একটা ওনিং ছিল ওটা আমরা দিয়ে দিলাম আর গাইস লিফটও চলে এসেছে আমাদের কাছে back to the lower level of Romaritime Harbor. In the meantime guys মেলে কি ঢুকলো একবার দেখে নি this one's on me ইয়ানফেজ থেকে টি লিভস এসছে গাইস চেনিউ অ্যাডাপ্টি আর এটা হচ্ছে মাই ওয়ে বলে একটা ফুড যেটা ক্র্যাব রো টোফু লস বলে একটা স্পেশালিটি ডিশ ফ্রম ইয়ানফে প্লে মোড। তো গাইস আমরা অনেকক্ষণ ধরেই নেমে যাচ্ছি, এতক্ষণ কিসে লাগে কে জানে। গাইস এতটা জায়গা মানে এতটা ডিস্টেন্স থাকলে তো লিফট ইজ রানিং তো বলবেই গাইস, বলতেই হবে, ওর কিছু করার নেই। Guys, আমাদের cutscene roll out.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port! Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines! Just seeing the sights as a
Paimon, আমরা
tourist is
কিন্তু
nice,
আগেও Fontaine
but
এসেছি।
maybe it would be
এরকম
better if we
চমকে
found
ছিল।
something to do! What do you think?
Let's start by tracking the hydro.
Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah, the
Guys,
more we can
আমাদের
learn, the
সিভিলকে
better.
কিন্তু আলটিমেটলি
So,
খুঁজতেই হবে।
what do you think the Hydro
ওটাই
Archon's
গেমের
like?
মেন জিনিস।
Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means. To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
চলো গাইস, লোকজনের সাথে একটু বলা যাক কথা।
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Excuse me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi.
গাইস
We're
আমরা
travelers
আছি
new to
নতুন
Fontaine.
ফন্টেনে। কিভাবে কি করতে হয় একটু
play?
বলো দেখি।
Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
ও তাহলে এখানে ট্রায়াল গুলো অপেরা।
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the
Oratrice
machine and the
Mécanique
Chief
d'Analyse
Justice,
Cardinal.
false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
তাহলে
Oratrice?
জাজমেন্ট বাই দ্য
Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Furina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
Huh. I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
An appointment? Time slots? এটা কি কোনো কোম্পানি সিইওর সাথে আমরা কথা বলতে চলেছি নাকি?
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Furina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets it now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yes. ঠিক ধরেছো পাই।
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Noirceur.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
বলতেই পারে।
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House.
তাহলে চলো আমরা চলে যাই।
An appointment
তাহলে
will
চলো
take.
আমরা চলে যাই হাইড্রো আর্কন।
Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for? Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her.
ঠিক বলেছো, কিন্তু গাইস এ হচ্ছে লিনেট, যার C4 আছে আমার কাছে। C4 নয় গাইস, অ্যাকচুয়ালি C5 আছে। One second গাইস, আমাকে একটা হাইড্রোকিউলাস কালেক্ট করে আসতে হবে খুব জলদি।
I knew you'd miss me.
Yes, Furina, I missed you. তো ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে গাইস, যে হাইড্রো আর্কনের সাথে আমরা দেখা করতে যাচ্ছি তাকে নিয়েই আমরা চলে যাচ্ছি এই পাবলিকের কাছে। ও এ গাইস, আমরা আরো একটা হাইড্রোকিউলাস পেয়ে গেলাম। আমরা আরেকবার ইটা মেরে চলে যাব লিনেটের কাছে। গাইস, এই মেয়েটার নাম হচ্ছে লিনেট, যা C5 আছে আমাদের, আর আমরা হচ্ছি হাইড্রো আর্কন নিজে।
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
মোটামুটি গাইস সেরকম
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now it's been completely submerged. He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with this. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it's swallowed.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh,
গাইস পেছনে দাঁড়িয়ে আছে লেনি
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
nice to meet you. Paimon is
একদম
Paimon,
ঠিক
and this
ধরেছো
is a
লেনি
traveler. We
একদমই
just
ঠিক
arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. Where to begin?
কোথা থেকে তো শুরু করো লেনি
Let's put that
Time
question on
limiting.
hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
হলো তো
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends.
Oh! All right. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Furina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
তো guys, চলো লেনিকে ফলো করতে হবে এইটুকুর জন্য ফলো করিও বা কি হলো কাটসিনেই দিয়ে দিতে ভাই
You said you were going to see Lady Furina? Well,
ক্লোরিন এসে গেছে গাইস আর কাট সিনে তোমরা যাকে এইবারে দেখতে পাবে সে হচ্ছে লেডি ফরিনা দ্য হাইড্রো আর্কন হারসেলফ
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did...
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu.
এটা ভালো বলেছে
As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
I
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations, but I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wearing. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now,
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awesome. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything.
Whoa, talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't...
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Furina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Furina?
एकदम
Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course.
Ooh,
You may consider this my reward to all of you.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Fighting gods, I have got a resume on that. Chlorine तक ही ऐसे guys.
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorend. I admire his bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Oh, yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
on Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. You're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
जाता ढूके lawsuit खेलेगी guys. ढूके lawsuit खेलेगी.
This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house, it would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Oh, according to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Furina.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then...
My apologies, Lady Furina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone come...
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
কিছু একটা করেছে গাইস, এর হাতে আগুনের কিছু একটা আসলো, স্প্রিং। ওকে,
Ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did Lenny do that?
oh ho ho guys, Lily's fast.
As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Furina's charges no longer hold water.
Oh,
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
Furina threat to
I
guys,
look
একদম
forward
পুরো
to seeing
clear
your
cut.
upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
কুডেলু করে গাইস, কুডেলু করে কেটেও তো
Just like
পড়লো।
that. She's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. I never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon.
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Furina is?
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Confusing is a good way to put it.
Paimon had
সত্যি
no
কথা।
idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the opera.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate.
My brother's always excited to make.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Splendid. In that case, you really mean it? Then this is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Guys, magic pocket
What are they going to use it for?
বিলি করতে হবে।
About that, I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
sounds
খতরনাক
pretty
জিনিস বলবো।
gloomy. Why are people...
There are lots of guesses. Others say that the people of... But here in Fontaine...
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore them?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising. Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving.
Oh, Paimon gets it. It's like...
Now, if you'd like...
গাইস ম্যাজিক পকেট আমরা বিলি করব।
So you're the blonde traveler. Oh, a magic pocket? Thanks. Please.
তো একজনকে ম্যাজিক পকেট দিয়ে দিয়েছি। এটা
What's
দিয়ে
this?
দেবো ওকে।
What?
No. The story says that people once lived in the... As time war... So, if you ask...
Oh. We had...
All right, I'll...
গাইস আরো একটা পাবলিক আমাদের দিতে হবে ম্যাজিক পকেট। আরে ডুবে কেন গেলাম? ও গাইস আমরা ইটা মারিনি বলে। আমরা যদি ইটা মারতাম তাহলে আমাদের ঝামেলাটা থাকতই না।
Huh? I don't. Life is all about living in the moment. What?
You should still...
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that.
গাইস কোথায় লিনি এবার দেখতে হবে।
Oh, you already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. Yes, but that will change.
Is there anything else you need?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about...
So, you want to collect materials?
Oh, that would be much
গাইস ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস আমাদেরকে কালেক্ট করতে হবে আর নিয়ে যেতে হবে এখানে। তাহলে কি উপরে যেতে হবে?
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect maritime flowers.
তো গাইস এরকম করে আমাদেরকে মারতে থাকবে। আর
How brilliant!
ও এটাই তো গাইস আমরা নিয়ে ফেলেছি। আর কোনটায় বাকি আছে? এটাই বাকি আছে।
Strike a pose!
আচ্ছা টক টু লিনি, চলো গাইস লিনির সাথে কথা বলতে হবে।
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced. Maybe next time.
No way. I'm in power saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy.
Fine.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the opera house? Good.
চলো গাইস আমরা যাব কোর্ট অফ ফন্টেনে।
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong?
She's magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, watch her movements.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps you two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet. All right.
ওকে গাইস বুঝতে পেরেছি, আমি লিফট ধরে চলে যাব উপরে। কি করে? চলো গাইস আপার লেভেল আমরা চলে যাব। তো গাইস জাম্প করতে করতে আমরা যেতেই পারি। তোমরা দেখতেই পাচ্ছ কতটা ডিস্টেন্স করলে হবে। এতটা জাম্প করার পরেও আমরা টপ লেভেলে পৌঁছাইনি। আর গাইস পিং কিন্তু বেড়েই যাচ্ছে বেড়েই যাচ্ছে।
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? What should we do? Should we chase her?
Our job is to block this
You're
path.
right. She might also be... Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief. Yeah, let's...
Guys,
Are you
cutscene
sure
done
that's all
roll
she
again.
took? You should check to make sure.
No, that was. Anyway, I should be going.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh, did you get hurt?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right, you're right. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it was...
What a slippery...
All right.
স্লিপারি থিপ হোক আর যাই হোক আমাদের স্ট্যাচু অফ দ্য সেভেনে দিতে হবে হাইড্রোকিউলাসটা। তো গাইজ আরও 18টা হাইড্রোকিউলাস পেলে আমরা স্ট্যাচু অফ ফন্টেনকে মানে স্ট্যাচু অফ ফন্টেন না স্ট্যাচু অফ দ্য সেভেন ফন্টেনকে লেভেল 5-এ পুশ করতে পারবো, যেখানে আমাদের একটা কনস্টেলেশনও দিয়ে দেবে। পার্টি সেটআপে গাইস ট্রাভেলারকে ফেরত নিয়ে নেবো আরেকবার।
This world is full of
আর এইবারে আমাদেরকে বলেছে যে আমাদেরকে অ্যাকোয়া বাস ধরতে হবে।
time to go into the city? What an
This is an aqua. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while.
So you mean it's still boring, even when I'm right?
No, that's not what I meant. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older...
It's about time for us to leave.
তো আমরা উঠে পড়ি গাইস আমরাই বা কেন বাদ যাব কে আসছে পেছন থেকে শার্লট আসছে শার্লট
Oh, excuse me. Aren't you the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette?
Hello. I don't believe we've...
I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh?
It's an honor to meet you.
Wait, could that be the legendary traveler who's been making headline after headline in their journey across Tibet?
একদম ঠিকই ধরেছ
You recognize everybody almost immediately. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who's who, would I? Wow, today must be my day. Who knew I would end up on the same... So, Charlotte, what do you usually... Well, when there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. That's fine and all, but what I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could... Oh, I just remembered! I've been following a case lately.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
That's right! These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious... If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird... Oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed. So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found? That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20, and ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. But the scariest part is that to this day, many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen. Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear.
Please don't imagine that, Linny.
Well, please don't imagine that. Oh, well, you wish.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
Guys, scenery wise, Fontaine খুবই ভালো জায়গা আমরা ঢুকছি অ্যাকোয়াবাসের এন্ডিং ডেস্টিনেশন
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Yeah, us as... I have an... Okay, Hyman hopes we can chat again. Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have... What a tough job. Always running around...
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first?
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city...
তাহলে গাইজ লিনির হোমে যেতে হতে পারে বা কাটসিনের থ্রুই কভার করে দেবে। এইটা কি? বিশাল সিটি গাইস, এটা সিটি নয়, প্রপার টাউনশিপ। তো গাইস আমরা শেষ করে ফেলেছি দ্য সোলোইস্ট প্রোলগ। কিন্তু আমাদের অ্যাক্ট 1 কিন্তু গাইস এখনো শেষ হয়নি, আর আমরা অলরেডি 50 মিনিটস মার্কে আছি। চলো গাইস লিনির হোমে যাব।
Take a guess.
I will not take a guess. তোমার যাই করা।
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
So guys,
Oh,
লিনি
they all just went out a moment
খালি
ago.
আমার পার্টিতে নেই, বাট ফ্রেমিনেট এবং লিনেট এই
I
দুজনেই
see.
আমার
Everyone is getting busier now that
account
Father will be
already
returning
full হয়ে
soon.
গেছে।
I suppose that can't be helped. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Linny, could you come here?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
ফ্রেমিনের লিটল ব্রাদার কি করে গাইস? লিনি আর লিনেট পরে এসেছিল, আর ফ্রেমিনেট আগে থেকে ছিল।
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I.
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work.
তাহলে গাইস আমরা অনেক মেটেরিয়াল পেয়ে গেছি এবং ডার্ক হয়ে গেছে। হালকা হালকা বৃষ্টিও পড়তে শুরু করে দিয়েছে গাইস, গেমের ভেতরে, রিয়েলে নয়।
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Could that Hydro Dragon be the elemental dragon
If
of
it's an elemental
Fontaine?
dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
ডিরেক্ট চেঁচিয়ে দিল।
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry, it might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps. It rained for longer than I suspect.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aquabus. On the day of the performance, just ride the aquabus to the island of Aeneas. I'll have Lynette meet
Okay,
you at the
island
fountain
of
in front of the
Aeneas.
Opera House.
Oh,
Sounds good.
are you
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and I'm afraid that—
No trouble at all!
Sorry for the...
Oh, no!
তো ফেমিনি খুবই বলতে পারো খুবই ইন্ট্রোভার্টেড ক্যারেক্টার, তার জন্যই যেখানে সেখানে যেতে
I'll
চায়।
keep this close.
তো গাইস, ফন্টেনে আমরা নিজেদের ধক জমানো শুরু করে দিয়েছি। এটা কি গাইস, এটাই আমাদের ওয়ার্কশপ, কারেক্ট জায়গাতেই আছে।
Hello?
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made?
Oh, no! We're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for...
Ah, these must be for Magic Pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now. No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full...
Wow. So...
I can't say for sure.
Hey! Is this machine what you used to...
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not...
But where does a big machine like that...
Well... It's a little complex, but basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
Huh? How can trials produce that?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that the Oratrice was created by the Archon, but... Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines?
তো গাইস, এইটা একটা ব্যাপার যে পাইমন
Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief
কিন্তু
and turn
আরকন
it into power for all of
পিপলস
Fontaine,
ফিলিং
right?
এর উপরে রিলাই করে,
Even though I've
পিপলস
never heard
বিলিভের
anyone
উপরে
really put it that way
রিলাই করে
before,
তারা আরকন
it
হয়েছে।
sounds like it makes
সেই
sense.
city।
Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumosia. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
Pneumosia.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're...
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today.
Huh?
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe?
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, why don't you settle your own debts first? If Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation here?
Guys,
You're
child
from
has returned.
Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounding me now?
Exactly the same dialogue.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine?
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, either way you look at it, it seems things are going—
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far.
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting?
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up with your friends? Listen to me, boy. If you want your mora, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tooser ice fishing, Tooser said,
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence?
Will there be a
Fine.
fight?
Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients.
তাহলে guys কি
You're
করে
the ones who
চলবে?
started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Okay,
I'm sure this won't take long.
চাইল্ড তোকে ধুনে লাল করে দেবে।
You can run, but you bring it on. Yeah.
এ ভাই এই সব কি করে? মুন্ডিতে গুন্ডি।
No time to lose. Who's next?
চাইল্ড ফাইট আমার একদম ভালো লাগে না। তো গাইস চাইল্ড দিয়ে ফাইট করাটাই একটু চাপের ব্যাপার। চাপের নয় মানে টিডিয়াস কাজ। কারণ হচ্ছে ও বো দিয়ে ফাইট করে আর বোতে বেশি ড্যামেজ করে।
Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank? What?
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Huh?
Now's my chance!
Huh. That was weird.
ভিশন থেকে গাইস এলিমেন্টাল এনার্জি ফুরিয়ে গেছিল আই বিলিভ।
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever.
Never mind. It doesn't.
So what are you doing?
Well, I guess it's because I've been.
What kind of reason is that?
I don't. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why.
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that.
That is a possibility. I can't remember if it was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk. She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through. And she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
But what is it?
She never explained that. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A whale?
Yes, guys,
that sounds
the
familiar.
narwhal.
When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that seemed to leap at us. Is that the one?
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
All
So you
devouring
used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? So why don't you...
You make it sound so easy. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds...
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point. Oh, seems the time...
What? More work for the Northland Bank?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling...
Official champion duelist?
Yep. In Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are all powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial. And the worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel. Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name some—
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have—
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel, so I think I'll be better off without it. Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse.
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
Guys, child আমাদের বন্ধু হয় আমরা ওর ভিশনটা রাখতেই পারি অসুবিধা নেই guys.
Sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around. Sorry, the whodunit's here. It's so exciting to reach the moment. Oh, hey.
চলো গাইস লিনি's পারফরম্যান্স কাছে চলে আসছে গাইস 900 মিটার আমি তো পায়ে হেঁটে কিছুতেই যাব না Fontaine of Lucid নিয়েই গাইস একটা টেলিপোর্ট ওয়ে পয়েন্ট so not a problem.
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The opera at Eclairs. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing.
Oh, Archon. Please.
I don't know why you always feel the...
I guess if there are, kid.
Maybe this is one of the custom...
Vache.
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
Guys, আমরা কিছু একটা ফ্ল্যাশব্যাক বা ইনার ভয়েস টাইপের জিনিস পাচ্ছি
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you here?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here.
Lynette!
Lenny asked...
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people...
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you?
I see. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of his sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
So, what did the voice say? Huh. If you were hearing their...
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about... Don't let that calm look of his fool you.
Oh, right. That makes...
চলো গাইস লিনির এন্ট্রান্স আমরা দেখতে চলেছি অপেরা এপিক্লেসে।
Traveler and Paimon, good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world!
But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment, I'll fetch the ticket. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seat?
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep...
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Lenny.
তো লিনি তুমি ফোকাস করো তোমার পারফরম্যান্সে, আমরা চললাম সিটিং অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্টের দিকে। ও তাহলে কি আমাদের নিচেই যেতে হবে? পুরোপুরি ওপেরা হাউসের মতো এনভায়রনমেন্ট গাইস। আমাদের পাশে
Come on, let's sit down.
পাশে কি নিভেলেট? ভেরি ব্যাড।
Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kinda awkward if we don't say anything.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it, Paimon's. Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So, let's talk, but, oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here.
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then?
Again, no, yet.
Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Teyvat.
Yes.
And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself.
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet?
I saw you all chat. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Whoa,
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Guys, Hydro Archon বসে আছে আমাদের পেছনে.
Oh, it's Furina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparation.
Yay! The show is finally about to start!
Guys, magic show তে লোকজন ভরে গেছে.
Oh, they're dimming the lights. The show must be starting.
New villager কিছু একটা দাবি হলো.
Sorry. Bye, Mama.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Time of introductions.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Okay,
Now,
guys,
without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. Huh? But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Yes, she's back. ব্যাস গাইজ এইটুকুই একটুখানি কার্ড ফেললো একটা পায়রা উড়িয়ে দিল আর একটা ওয়াটার ট্রিক ব্যাস হয়ে গেল গাইজ
How did he do that? Paimon didn't see him do anything. Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on...
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing.
Thank you everyone. I'm glad, but our magical journey has only just... The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time. So, for my next trick, I will... Please, if my assistant... There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience.
Okay.
I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the up. Now please, everyone pay very close.
Wow, how's he gonna... Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
The lucky audience member will be generated. It selects number... Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
Oh.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little... I won't be able to see anything in the pitch-black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh, Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that.
No, that won't do.
Guys.
I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59... 58.
60, 59, 58.
That's right, perfect.
54? Why aren't you counting, Nervalet?
I am counting in my head. Merely a consequence of my...
Oh, all right. You look so serious that Paimon... 40, 39.
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, mid-air right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all. What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't...
25! 20! What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry.
19, 18,
Final countdown পরে কি হবে?
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone.
It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
10! Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again. 7! Hey, slow down! Honestly! 5! 4! 3! Whoops! That doesn't count! 0!
এখান থেকে লিনি বেরিয়ে পড়েছে আর অন্য লোকেশনে তো গাইস আমরা কি দেখে ফেললাম so guys, this is sensitive topic.
Is this part of the Mr. Lenny? You're going to use magic.
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was
This performance is over. Medical staff with me.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then...
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Oh, guys. Haldu fishe jawa.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
The serial disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Lenny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
20 years er case. Ek kotha theke majkhane chole
This
aslo.
all occurred during your magic show, did it not? Now that I think about it.
That can't be right. He was in the box on the stage the entire time. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Furina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Lenny and his associates, and that...
I just think that...
But what Lady Furina said just now makes perfect sense.
A kidnapping.
I mean, of course that's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Lenny, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first... Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Lenny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser.
It wasn't a draw.
I understand. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Furina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case? Very well.
I will.
The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth.
So, particularly আমি লিনিকে accused ধরবো না এই কেস।
Linney and his troop are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big
Sorry about everything that happened.
Of course!
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly... Good to hear. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh? Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
I think they look cute.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. But with the guards watching our every move, good thing you agreed to be our attorneys.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just like... since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Ah, well... I'm afraid that would involve some of
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will... 'Tis truly a pity. But if revealing our secrets will... We should go somewhere else if we're...
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams... Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cowell. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally... The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowell inside it. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to...
But he doesn't have a motive!
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good for...
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince... I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm. I've seen a lot of cases. And Sorry, I tend to be... Anyway, you may investigate the scene.
The case recorder at a Genshin. So guys, আমরা currently use perception So guys, next time আমরা চালু করছি like casts, shadows under gathered lights. আজকে আমরা রাখবো এটুকুই গাইস। আমাদের অ্যাচিভমেন্টস কিছু কিছু আনলক হয়েছে, যেমন হচ্ছে লাইক ওয়াটার ডিসঅ্যাপিয়ারিং ইনটু ওয়াটার আরেকটা হচ্ছে ডিটেকটিভ ইন অ্যাকশন। সো গাইস আজকে আমরা রাখছি এটুকুই। তোমরা কমেন্ট করে জানিও যে আলটিমেট কালপ্রিটটা কে, কারণ লিনি আর লিনেট তো হতে পারবে না। তোমাদের যদি স্টোরি ভালো লেগে থাকে তাহলে করো লাইক, আর নেক্সট ইয়েটার জন্য মানে নেক্সট স্টেজেসের জন্য সাবস্ক্রাইব করে রেখো, কারণ আমরা কনস্ট্যান্ট ভিডিও ছাড়তে থাকছি এখন গাইস। সো ডোন্ট মিস ইট। আর আজকে রাখবো এটুকুই আমরা। বাই।